Welcome to Drawing with Rembrandt. I am Rembrandt, your guide. You know, the Dutch master from the 1600s, known for my use of light, my Bible scenes, and my portraits with expressions. Today I am going to teach you how to draw a gingerbread house. To get started, you will need a dry erase board, a dry erase marker, and an eraser. Or, if you do not have these, you can use a piece of paper, a pencil, and an eraser. To get started, we are going to draw a line that is horizontal, and then we are going to add a diagonal line that will go down to the left, and a diagonal line that goes down to the right. It will be a little higher. And we're going to have another diagonal line, so we can use the ruler for either. I think that we will not have it go quite this long. I will erase part of this line, and we will match the diagonal here. So I will take my ruler, bring it across, should be at the same angle, bring a line down. And you can see that it needs to be a little bit longer. So now what we're going to do with this is the roof of our gingerbread house, is we're going to add the frosting that forms the icicles off the side of the house. So instead of drawing a line here, we're actually going to just make little tiny curved lines along where the line would be. And we are going to bring it underneath. And now this does not have to be mirror image, it's just another curved line to create that sense of icicles hanging off the edge of the roof. But then we see the roof line there, and we are going to bring the icicles up this angle, this diagonal. So I'm going to actually erase this and just continue these icicles and curved lines, that is, up the side of the house. And we will bring it back down this diagonal. Now we are also going to make these curved lines go where these lines are, so I'm going to go ahead and erase these. These were just our guidelines. I'm also going to just fix this a little. I want it a little more curving. So I will erase this guideline and make that icing shape above. And I'm going to do this on the top of the roof as well. So erase our guideline and bring some curved lines along where it would have been. And underneath. To the edge. And we will make these edges meet a little better right here. So I will erase and extend like this. Okay, so we have icicles on part of our house, and now we want to draw the actual house. Let's make sure I have icicles in both those. Yes, so we have them where we want. So I am going to draw a vertical line up and down. Now we want a little bit of overhang for the roof, so I'm going to bring my ruler in just, you know, maybe quarter inch or so, and I'm going to draw a straight line down. And then I'm going to come in from this diagonal and draw a vertical line coming down as well. And then one just inside this roof. We want a bit of an overhang. So my lines may not all be the same length. I will work on that in a moment. So I think we will go with the shortest line, and I will draw a horizontal line connecting these two vertical lines. And so I will erase whatever extra line I have. And this is almost as long as this, but I want to give this more of a 3D effect. So I need to have a diagonal here. So let's see, I think I'll go up even more to make it look like we can see three-dimensional on this house. So I'm going to go from this corner to the bottom of this line. Now you get a sense of depth perception. So, of course, it's a gingerbread house, so we are going to want to have a nice little door. A gingerbread house door would be, of course, a fun little curved shape like this. And we're going to put a window on it. The window is going to be inside of this curve, and it's going to be curved also. And take up about half the door, and then we will draw a line to connect the bottom. Now remember, we're going to have a line that is about parallel to that, so you can see mine is not quite parallel, so I need to fix that. I'll go ahead and erase it. Just a slight angle off, but we will try to make it as accurate as possible with the perception, even if it is a fantasy picture. There we go. Now we want a frame, so we have our windows, so we will draw just about the center of the windows. We'll draw part of a line and part of a line. You will see when I'm done drawing what I've done here. Okay, so we have 4 little lines because they are going to be the center of the window, the frame. But I chose not to connect them because what we're going to do is I'm going to go parallel to the window and then bring it in. It's just easier this way if we did not connect them to begin with. Because now I can easily draw the window frame. You see the windows inside, and you get a sense that they're held in by the frame. And while we are here, I'm going to draw a door frame as well, so it's going to be a parallel curved line on the outside. And let's put some windows over here. They're going to be the same shape as the window in the door, so they might be a little bit bigger, but I'm going to go ahead and draw using my ruler. I'm going to go parallel, so I'm going to go up and draw 1 line, 2 lines. Let's bring our windows a little closer together. So I'm going to extend this line but erase on the other side. I'll make a nice curved line above it. That one is bigger, isn't it? So sometimes it's hard to get 2 things the same size and shape, right? If you're okay with it, you can leave yours as it is. I'm going to actually make my line a little shorter and see if I can't. I might measure my lines just to see if they are actually close. Yes, they're about the same, but I just need to make the curve more accurate. Alright, I like that better. Now we're going to do the same thing that I did inside of this window, where I'm going to draw 4 little vertical lines, as if just around the center. So if you find the center point of your window, then you're going to go just inside that center point. Draw 4 vertical lines. So those are a little wide though for a frame, so I'm going to actually make them come a little closer together so that the frame does not look quite so wide. That's a little better, and we will do the other window. Same thing, 4 little lines. Now we will bring those out. The other one, I did not use a ruler, but I will just be a little more accurate on this one. And we will draw parallel lines to the shape of the outside of the window to finish off those windows in the frame. Sometimes I use the ruler to be more accurate, and sometimes I don't. You can decide what works best for you. There we have, maybe not always quite accurate, but it's okay. We're not going for reality here. This is a fantastical picture of a gingerbread house, and the ruler just helps us to keep some of the perspective and accuracy going. So I am erasing some extra lines and fixing some lines that I've accidentally erased. And we will get our window frames tidied up here. I am satisfied. If you want to keep working on yours, you may. And now I'm going to add some decorations. We want candy decorations on our gingerbread house, of course. And I see a few lines I need to fix that got erased. Okay, so on the outside of my door, I'm going to have some circle-shaped candy. I will put them about equidistant as we go around. just circle shapes. And at the end you can color this candy different color. And I think it would be very nice to have a large peppermint above, like a peppermint wreath. Put a dot in the center, and we'll do wedges of pie is what it will look like. And you can color those different colors for our mint. And let's go ahead and do our roof. Now on our roof I'm also going to put some circle shapes, and then we want to make it look like we put icing and have a really decorated roof. So I'm going to put some circle shapes, and I'm going to go about 5 across, trying to make the circle shapes all about the same size. So the first one's maybe a little smaller, so I will make it a little bigger. Okay, now I don't want to go straight underneath. I'm going to actually go over a little bit and do more dots, kind of so that it would fall between the dots I have on the first row. And then I will come back and we will have one here. So we're going to bring one way out here. That needs to be a little lower, just so they're somewhat equidistant from each other. If it is not perfect, it is okay. You can erase and try again, or you can make it what you want it to be. It does not have to look like my gingerbread house and my decorations. So this part of decorating, you can imitate me or you can do your own thing. But you can just follow along to see what I'm doing. So I have some dots, and now I'm going to create icing. So what I'm going to do is, this would be white icing that comes down to the dot and up on each side. So it is going to be like a bunch of V's going down to the dots. To give this zigzag effect on the roof. Now that I have the top line, I'm going to do the same thing and go from this dot to this dot with these kind of zigzags. So follow along. So we have a zigzag pattern on the roof with circle candies, and we'll add a few things along the top of the roof. We will put gumdrop shaped candies up there. You can see they're a little bit different shaped, not perfect. If you want to try to make them all the same size, that is okay. And maybe some gumdrops down here that look like rocks by the side of the house. I'm going to actually erase this bottom line and fill it back in so I don't have to erase inside of a lot of small gumdrops. Now I will take my ruler and fill in again where the bottom of the house should meet around those gumdrops. So now they look like they're a little bit out from the house and there's just a row of rocks. So I am satisfied with the decorations I have put on my gingerbread house. And if you want to do different decorations or add more to what we already have, you may do that. But now you see that you can make a gingerbread house. See? You can draw. You have drawn a gingerbread house when we broke it down into steps. And you can color it if you want. This would make a great picture for cards or pictures that you would like to give away. And you can send it to me at Drawing with Rembrandt. I have an email address that your parents can find at support@justclassical.com. So please send me your pictures, and thank you for drawing with me today on Drawing with Rembrandt.